Have you ever thought about using trading bots? I used Bitsgap in the last bull market and turned $1,000 into $50,000 within a 5-month period. I documented the whole process and put it in a playlist if you want to see that, along with other training videos and tutorials how to set bots up and make the most of the volatility of the crypto market. If you sign up with a link in the description, you'll get a 7 days free trial with no obligation to continue, and you can also use a demo account within Bitsgap so you don't have to risk your own capital. Bitsgap! Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm going to show you a video on XDC, which kind of never really focused on particularly ever really at all, but I do really like the way that the chart looks, specifically on the weekly but also on the daily. So it's absolutely no different whatsoever to an XRP or an XLM chart, so you can make the case that this is going to be driven by any kind of upside momentum on XRP. It's got its own thing going on. Definitely, this weekly chart does look pretty sweet, I have to say. It looks quite good indeed when you're looking at the trends of higher highs, higher lows. So far, being supported on a 20 simple moving average. Basically the Bollinger Band, the 20 weekly, and obviously above all moving averages, of course. The volume is very low on this one in comparison to its big brother XRP. It trades at obviously just over $500 million. We're trading at less than $1 million on this one, and even XLM is 32 million, which again is a carbon copy of what we're looking at here. The charts are not identical, but they clearly trend as one. Then you would put that down to XRP being the main driver of that. Yesterday's XRP madness. Thou giveth, thou taketh away. So apparently BlackRock wanted to list some form of ETF, and then obviously it turned out to be a load of rubbish. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, I don't focus on that kind of thing. I focus on trend, focus on, I suppose to an extent, utility, but mostly on the chart. And the good thing about XRP is that it has got a 10-year history, which allows us to base some form of model on this, and we don't have to worry about the SEC anymore. Yeah, so that's good. Whereas I suppose XDC, you're always going to have that worry, but they seem to have escaped all that. There's a fair bit of rumour, or we've got to call it a rumour, that actually XDC is in fact some form of government coin anyway. So if you can't beat them, join them. So let's have a think about the daily. So the daily had a giant big move up, just like XRP, and it actually respected its 200 simple and exponential. So mostly scraping it here, retesting a simple, and then double testing the simple moving average down here, which is at 4.5 cents. We're now trading at 5.2. So that's quite good. And also so far pulling back into a Bollinger Band center as well on the daily. So I'm not saying that this is where the uptrend is going to begin from or even continue from, but there is enough reason to believe that this is a place of interest, and if it fails, then actually we come all the way back down to more or less square one at 4.7, and then back down to, well, at this point now it would be 4.6, still creating a higher low on this one. So quite good, but like I say, this is going to be driven by XRP and XRP's strength or weakness, whichever way you want to decide it. But the reason I think that this is okay to buy and hold is because I believe that XRP, despite what you all might think, is destined to make a new all-time high this cycle. Might not be tomorrow, might not be next week, but it's likely to happen in, this time round. And it should have happened in the last cycle. It wasn't for the SEC allowing for the FUD to really kick in, and it basically stopped it from managing a new all-time high. And I'm not saying the new all-time high is going to be anything incredible, but a new all-time high, all the same. So why XDC? Mostly a liquidity issue. The fact is that if they do all trend as one, XRP, XLM, and maybe XDC is likely to see the biggest gain because the volume is so low on it for the most part. It's got quite a large market cap, obviously, but the trading volume is small, and so when trading volume increases, especially if it increases quite quickly and rapidly, and we've got something like XRP leading the pack, which does move very rapidly when it wants to go up, you would expect this one to move up rapidly as well. So let's take it back to a weekly. You can think about some potential targets on this one in the short term and the medium term. So obviously the first thing that we'll be looking at would be a high, higher high. And so you'll be marking this area off over here as a definite target. So that's 7.5 cents from where we are at right now, and that would be a move of 44%. You break that level, then the next major area is going to be around this level, So we had these resistances, a bit of support, a bit of resistance, and obviously that major wick came in here, and that's at 9.5. So again, measuring that out roughly from where we're at right now, we're talking about an 80% move. And then since we're making our way up to the top, the next area is going to be up here at 13.4. And again, that would be a nice big move. Obviously, these are all take profit areas if you're looking to make simple trades. And that's 154% move. Then obviously the local candle body high based on the weekly is 15.5, and at that point it would be a blue sky breakout, and effectively, you know, the sky would be the limit. And this is 2021's blow off top, just short of 20 cents. I don't know where it's going to go. The point is that I like the way it looks so far. I think it actually looks quite good. It's trending with XRP, which is currently sitting at 65 cents, with a view for it to move into the $3 to $4 zone over a period of, you know, a year or two. And so if this one's going to emphasize XRP's move, and that's the size of XRP's move, you'd probably be looking for more than a 10, maybe even a 20x on something like this. But in the short term, it actually looks all right to me. I do favour it. My only concern is that something like Bitcoin, which already approached and is currently sitting at a significant high that we had marked off on this chart for a very long time, that $38,000 zone, we do pull back. We pull back to the lower 30s. So in the short term, yeah, entry points for something like XDC, this might fail. We could end up back down at 4.5 cents, which is this 50 exponential on the weekly. It's also the 200 simple moving average on the daily. And so this is something that you might want to think about, you know, highlighting this as something that you like. And if you believe in everything that I just said, or you think it sounds plausible, then you make your own decision of whether or not you want to take a position in something like this. But the way it looks to me is that it would be quite an explosive chart once it gets going, and we've got quite a lot of pretty reasonably sized marked off areas on this chart that seem realistic to me, and even in the short term we should be looking to at least make our way back up to the previous candle body high, and if you break that, it could be significant and go a lot higher than that. Again, it's going to follow the in the coattails of XRP, but if it does do that, then it should emphasize XRP's moves. Whether it does something on its own is a different story, but the trend is strong, I would say. The trend is good, and any attempt to buy lower, a dip buyer's opportunity, would still definitely exist. Absolutely, all the way back down here at 4.5 to 4.6 cents. Right, I'll leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.